Just a great win over a team that's playing awfully well at both ends of the floor. Very, very dangerous, good basketball team, playing hard. And I'm not going to kid you. I was anxious last night. I woke up in the middle of the night, just wanting for our guys to continue to improve and knowing it's a big game, dropping a couple at home, having this one at home before you go back on the road. So I couldn't be happier for the guys. They're working, they're committing to it, they're buying in. I know we're going to continue to improve. And right now, like I told them, I said, don't concern yourself with any standings, any records. Let's just commit ourselves to each other and getting better every day. And we've been doing it. We've been doing it, and I think it shows.
Questions? Greg, you wanted to cut down on turnovers, and you accomplished that. You wanted to get the ball shared better. You accomplished that. What thrilled you most about the way the offense played today?
Yeah, I thought we moved the ball. I thought our pace was good. You know how we always talk about pace, and that's with your passing, and that's with your movement as well. When we get stagnant and standing around watching Tyreek try to go, watching JB try to go, you're easier to guard because people kind of build the fort in there. But we've showed them a lot of film. We've talked about it. The more passes you have per possession, the easier shot you're probably going to get. You want to make your defenders move. We have good basketball players, and I think we've all been guilty of over-dribbling a little bit, standing around off the ball instead of looking and seeking out an opportunity. But it looked better than I think Tyreek kind of showed. Really, he is getting it, and I think the more film work you put in, the better it gets. And when they take JB away, JB's just got to be a point guard. If he does that, he's got to trust his guys around him like I know he does. And if the interior guys score like they did tonight, we're pretty hard to guard.
You've had spurts where you played well. It's been a while since you put 40 minutes like this. How pleased were you got the lead and you kept it on?
Yeah, and it wasn't 40. I mean, maybe we got them on a good night. I don't know. I think our defense had a lot to do with how they played and what we did. I'm happy with the effort. I'm happy with sticking to the defensive game plan for a longer period of time, though we still have our breakdowns. If you want to be really good, you better keep those on one handful. But we have a few too many of those, and then towards the end with some of the offensive stuff that we do, I know we had some of the guys out, but really pleased with their attention to detail and that we're continue to improve and to come out and beat a good team like that.
Greg, as far as the offense was concerned, the ball never stuck with one particular distributor at the top of the key. Jordan, Tyreek, and Christian all took their turns, and that seemed to have a really significant effect on the way the offense ran today. I mean, it didn't stick with anyone.
I give JB a lot of credit for that because I don't say a word about it. I don't. He defers to him. If I call something, he goes, "Let's see, we'll take it." And they both know what they're doing at the different spots. Tyreek is good up there as well, and you need to get him off the ball some. And Christian can play point. Tyreek, Coop, all those guys can, and the ball does move better. And we've been talking a lot about just sharing it. When you have it, make a play for one of your teammates because everybody in our league pretty much guards the same way as far as helping to the ball handler. And if you get two guys to guard you, you make a pass, somebody's going to be open. And I give a lot of credit to JB for doing that, but also we got some good guys around him there that are creating for their teammates.
Smith and Soroya are so tall, so big. And you had 38 points in the paint. Just talk about the effort of your guys to go right at them and score the best.
Well, we wanted to do that, and they came and doubled, then they stopped doubling in the first half. They came back again. We've turned it over some this year against double teams. But Dre's a skilled guy. Bronson can get you on a shoulder and scoring there. We're going to throw it in there to try to get the defense to collapse a little bit. And we just wanted not to want to give them anything easy. Smits is so big, so good, so skilled, and having such a great year. We just want to make it tough on him, guard him with a one-on-one at times, a man and a half at times, double teamed a couple times, tried to change it up on him, but our guys did a really good job with it.
You keep saying Cooper just takes time to get comfortable with everything.
Better today.
Career high points, but not just the points. He's seen them play better on the defensive end. How pleased were you with his game tonight?
Yeah, he came here pretty brutal on defense, and I think everybody, but he understood that, and he is getting better with it, and it's a big part of he's athletic. I mean, he should be a good defender. It's the same thing I say to Tyreek. They're both too athletic not to be good defenders, And so he is improving on it, and as a communication thing, a trust in your teammate type thing, and they're all getting better with it. On offense, he looked a little more comfortable tonight till that last one that he picked up there towards the end, but he's still a freshman. You know, he's still a freshman, and it's early, and we just started the conference season. He might as well be D-Wash. You know, both of those guys are new out there, so getting better every day, and I hope that continues.
Greg, how much of a relief was it to see Bronson walk back to the bench under his own power after he had what looked like, you know, could have been a serious.
Yeah, this is a guy that's had two bones sticking out of his leg before, so it's always a little scary. And if he's hurt, you know, he's a tough dude. And he got hit on that soft spot on the inside of your knee. I think it's okay. He's walking around back in the locker room, but that really hurts when you get a hard contact there. Anybody that's played sports had that happen to him before, but he certainly earns a day off. He may get another one because he just competes and does all he can for his teammates, and certainly a little scary when something like that happens to him, but I think he's okay.
Jordan, just ankle, if it was closer, would he have gone
Yeah,
back in?
Devin's his roommate, and Devin wears that boot, so I think JB wants a boot too. I think they want to both wear those boots around there. He's fine. He's fine. I think if it had been a little closer, he'd have been begging me to go back in, but we kept him over there and rested him.
Coach, how pleased were you to play Tyreek tonight?
Oh, good. Just getting better all the time, you know, and good basketball players, good offensive basketball players, they can get a little frustrated and they can get a little stubborn at times. And I think a great thing to do is watch tape, whether it be with a coach or on your own or with a teammate, and see how teams are playing you. And then all of a sudden we're telling him, here's what you need to do on, off the ball, off the ball. And when that works, you know, maybe your coach isn't an idiot over there. Maybe they know what they're talking about. So he's getting more comfortable with it. Still gets tons of attention, but if he moves without it and gets his guy moving, he's really hard to keep in front. He's a great three-point shooter.
We talked about the multiple distributors you had today, but can you expound a little bit on the look he gives the offense when the ball's in his hands? Because he's got a little bit different skill set than both Christian and Jordan do.
Well, for one, it really helps Christian and Jordan because, I mean, you put him up there and let him shoot 100 threes, he's going to make the majority of them. I mean, you're talking 90. I mean, he can catch and shoot really, really well. But he's so strong and so athletic. If he can get coming downhill, still working on the part of finishing at the basket. You know, he misses a couple when he gets deeps and dry, but he's so strong, so athletic. He can play off his pivot. And even a couple times tonight, he got deep, and he has surrounded and made the right play. So he can score, and just like Jordan Barnes, if those guys can understand how defenses are playing them and making plays for their teammates, it just makes it really hard to guard.
The fact that this was a comfortable win, what does that mean for this team? Because it's been a while since you've had one that was probably going all the way back to San Jose State that was where you kind of put it in cruise control.
You might have been comfortable. I wasn't comfortable till the very end, I'll tell you. Well, you see all those guys sitting on the bench, I wasn't very comfortable. You know, sometimes that happens. It doesn't happen very often in the league. You know, we go up to Loyola, and I know we didn't compete at all, but you just get trounced. They beat these guys, or beat a couple teams up there bad as well. But if you don't come to play and play your best, this can happen. But I don't think this is going to happen much throughout the year. I think the league from top to bottom is very, very even. We played a very good game tonight. They probably didn't get their best, so something like this happens.
Anything else?